Welcome to Soft Power Investment, the podcast about building influence, connection, and authority. I am your host, Dr. Bobuso, and each week I explore how everyday actions, relationships, and ideas create the kind of impact money can buy. Now, let's get into today's story. Let me tell you about Kobe, who forces the national media to notice his small community. In Kobe's community, residents often hear about important decisions only after they take effect because national broadcasts do not reach them. Frustrated, Kobe decided to build a local radio station with borrowed equipment, a small room, and a few volunteers who believe the town deserves his own voice. Kobe centers the programming on what people actually care about: local news, weather, music, and call-in segments where residents speak for themselves. Listeners tune in because for the first time, they hear people who sound like them and talk about what matters and the places they live. They hear voices they recognize from church, school events, and neighborhood bars rather than distant experts they will never meet. Other local stations began copying Kobe's scheduling. Officials realized that ignoring this audience will be political suicide. As trust grows, the station becomes essential. During storms, power outages, and public health alerts, Kobe keeps the signal live and the updates clear. People start to rely on the station more than on official announcements. Journalists outside the region began monitoring and quoting segments. And just like that, this local radio station began reaching national ears. Seeing the importance of Kobe's radio station, city councils began to time the announcement to not coincide with Kobe's programming. Election officials used the station to explain voting details, and public agencies sent information directly to Kobe because Kobe's stations reaches households that they cannot. Candidates request interviews because conversations on that station shape opinion more than paid ads. That success draws pressure. Officials calls to suggest what topics to avoid. Advertisers hint that funding depends on a softer tone. Political actors offer partnerships that come with conditions on coverage and silence. Licensing reviews are slow, inspections increase, and complaints appear that label the station as disruptive. Kobe sees that his powerful platform becomes a target, so he protects it with structure instead of personality. He decentralizes programming, trains community reporters, builds alliances with outside institutions, and diversifies funding so no single sponsor can dictate content. The station shifts from Kobe's project to a community institution. When pressure intensifies, the public responds. Listeners organize, civic groups speak out, and national broadcasters replay segments in solidarity. Attempts to capture or quiet the station fail because no one can seize a single point of control. Candidates still seek interviews, but on the station's term, and officials choose their words carefully because they know the audience is informed. Kobe does not hold public office, yet he proves that distributed influence is much harder to silence than centralized control. That is soft power investment, just built into infrastructure that keeps a community's voice alive under pressure. The question is simple. If someone challenges your influence tomorrow, will it fall with you or will it keep standing without you? Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who believes in leading through action, trust, and creativity. And remember, soft power is about consistency, credibility, and care. Until next time, keep investing in what truly builds your influence and your reputation.